It is 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The polls have closed.
Wow.
Official.
The candidates have talked in the debates. They've sent out their robocalls, their texts, their mailers. The candidates have done all the talking and all the messaging. Now, today, the voters send their message, and we're here to deliver that message from the voters on their choices tonight. Hello, everyone. I'm Kevin Cormier. I am here with my co-host tonight, Fitchburg Mayor Sam Squalia and Leominster Mayor Dean Mazzarella.
Howdy. And a big thank you to anybody that held a sign, read the countless amounts of literature that was mailed out, answered the phone, look at the text. But people that hold the signs that are out there from early morning till late at night, and some people have an hour, they give an hour. But today was exceptionally
Especially
windy.
with those winds.
Today,
It was a cold, windy day.
Like holding a sail up there. And so anybody that was out there helping any of the candidates, thank you for your part that you play in democracy.
It makes a big deal.
Yeah,
You
no,
know,
it is.
having friends out there with you.
It's a good time to chat outside the office. Like, hey, it's a good time to catch up.
And it's good to see the opposing camps, too. At the beginning of the day, they're kind of all in their corners, staring each other down. And, within a couple hours,
Next thing
they're
trading
offering each other
recipes for-
bagels and
trading
coffee and everything
recipes
else.
for apple crisp. It's like, hey, see you in 2 years.
You get them off the social media and get them in person, and they
Yeah.
turn into human beings again. Right.
Most of them.
Well, a lot of people out there with their family members, this might not be their gig, right?
Yep.
And we know that. Like, there are family members, like, this is their worst dream is to be part of the political process, right? Of any kind. They're like, this was never anything. But they do it for us.
Yeah, they do. So both of you are technically candidates. You're on the ballot, but both of you are uncontested, which is familiar territory for you, Mayor Mazzarella.
It's my first time.
It's your first time.
Yeah, I get the sweet taste of what Mayor Mazzarella has experienced.
You still got to work it, though. You still got to show the
You did. You put signs
voters.
out.
I put hundreds of signs out. We sent out 2 or 3 mailings. We did text message. I mean, you got to show that you're still working and working hard. You just don't take it for granted.
Yeah, and for the most part, I can just do the job instead of having to do all the campaignning for
They say
the
that's the
job.
best campaigning is just doing the job.
That's been my campaign model forever, is campaign by doing the job. That way, the olden days, Kevin, people would be, we had certain elected officials, and come September, they're like, yeah, what did I say I was going to do last time? 2 years ago, what did I say I was going to do? Geez, we better check that, make sure I got that done. And then the scramble starts, Oh, I said I was going to do this, or I never did that. I better get that going,
Yeah,
Because elections don't
just
start.
do the job.
Well, elections no longer start like they used to in September anymore.
No.
The world moves too quick. People are busy.
February, we
And-
pull papers. In Leominster, is it February?
Yeah, but nobody's paid attention until a week ago.
Right.
And they're like, when's the election?
Today, people are like, I can't believe I haven't learned anything about the candidates. Like,
Yeah.
I had someone text me tonight around 5 o'clock saying, do you have a list of what party the candidates belong to so I know who to vote for tomorrow? I said, well, the election's today and the polls close in 2 hours.
Yeah. Well,
and no.
we up towards Pittsfield, and John Barrett was mayor for a long time up in North Adams. They have a really good relationship with the mayors from New York, like Troy and some of those places, Albany, Schenectady. And a couple times, actually, we all formed a really good relationship. And they run on party. So they run on...
In Western Mass?
No, in New York.
In New York.
Yeah, they run on... So you're running in Rome, New York, and you've got to have your...
Is there a party preliminary and everything?
Well, they run it like it's partisan. And they run as the mayor and the city councilors that are Republicans or Democrats. That's how they run their
Run as a
races. It's
slate.
very common up there to do it that way.
Yeah.
Here, luckily, it's just nonpartisan. People just, don't care very much, in local politics.
As independent, I can serve everyone.
Well, they care about when they open their front door and what they see, and when they drive down the street, and that's what they care about.
That you fill
They
the
don't-
potholes and you pick
They
up
don't
the
care
trash.
if it's an R, a D, or an I. Nobody cares.
Right.
We're on a
And
roll.
you look at the national level and even the state level, you see very, very few independents getting elected. It's all party politics. But on the local level, I believe both of you are independents,
Unenrolled.
right? You're both unenrolled.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went down, as soon as I could vote, I went down to register. So they said, are you a Democrat or Republican? And I said, I don't know. My father's a Democrat, and I think my mother's a Democrat. And they're like, well, you could be unenrolled. And I'm like, what's that mean? And they're like, well, that's kind of independent. I said, oh, yeah, that's me. I'm like, yeah, sign me up for that one. Put me in for that one.
So talk about the races that we see in Leominster and Fitchburg coming up. Again, the mayor's races are unopposed, but you have a lot of activity in the city council races in both cities. I mean,
We have one open seat for the at-large.
you know,
And do you have any open seats in Leominster?
At large, there's there's just going to be one. And then
well, you have 4 incumbents running. You have 4 open seats, but you have 6 candidates.
Then there's 2 other.
Four
there's 2
incumbents
other
for
running.
4 seats.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah.
because when you say an open seat, you typically mean that there isn't an incumbent running
Right.
because incumbents have the advantage.
Yeah. Well, you never know these days. I mean, conventional wisdom is incumbents.
The rule
have
of
an
thumb,
advantage,
yes.
but, yeah, I mean, technically, there's 4 open seats at large in Leominster, and you have 4 incumbents running with 2 challengers.
2
In
challengers. Right. So you got a total of 6
Yeah. Yep.
for 4 seats.
In
Right.
Fitchburg, you have 5 seats that are up for election.
5 seats, 4 incumbents, and what?
Five challengers.
challengers.
And then in the wards, you have
3
in
contested
Fitchburg
wards.
3 contested, wards 2, wards 3, ward 5. Wards
Ward
2, 4, and
2, 3, 4.
2, 3, 4. And in Leominster, all the wards except for Ward 3 are contested.
Yeah. And obviously we lost
Except
Peter
David
Angelini.
Colonia.
Right.
And he worked closely with Bobby Tossi, and they were good friends, but also worked together. And Bobby decided at the end that he's just too busy at work and everything. And I think personally probably it had a lot to do with the fact that Peter Angelini passed away. So you had that open seat as well. So
Yeah, Ward 1.
that'd be 5 and 1, right? And so you've got those 2 open seats right now. And so, yeah, no, I mean, usually the mayor's election or it's a state like the governor's race or the president's race, that brings people out.
That'll drive-
I thought it was
it'll
busy
drive
today. I
turnout.
mean, I didn't think it would be as busy as it was. So I think more people came out. And, I think the candidates were responsible for that, for just, getting their people out.
So the complexion of the city council in Leominster could change a bit. I mean, you don't have parties, but you do kind of have factions.
You do.
And
You do.
For the past few years, you've had a city council that's been one that has been aligned to a lot of your political ideology of, fiscal pragmatism, of, pro-expanding tax base, pro-business. That could change a little bit depending on election results tonight.
Let me tell you, let me see. Let's see, when Ward 4 to get the result. Okay. Yes, but, the biggest thing I think is, and let's talk about that, because you said, party alliance and growth. The reality here is that growth is critical to all municipalities, whether you're a small town, you're a city. And this year, more communities have gone to an override or debt exclusion than in the whole history, even past Prop 2.5.
Cambridge just raised 8% on residents and 22% on
businesses.
commercial.
They just did it, yeah. And growth is certainly important. So I think when you talk about the alignment, every city councilor needs to understand the budget part of the process, the municipal budgeting, municipal finance. That's the critical piece. And it's either that. There are 2 things that happen. Either if you don't have the growth, either taxes go up, or you have cuts, or a combination of the 2.
Cuts
It's
to
a really
services.
simple process. And I think sometimes we want to believe that if you go on a cruise, you pay one amount, and that takes care of everything. But that's not the case. And so, just like everyone's household, they have raising costs on trash pickup. And I mean, you spend $6 million in transporting kids to and from schools. And all these costs are going up uncontrollably. And so, I think, Kevin, there has to be, forget whether you're aligned with this person or that person. There has to be a realization that, the reality is each municipality needs growth, and the towns that have chosen to keep growth out are paying significantly. But now they're at the point where the taxpayers have said, we don't want to pay anymore. They're not passing the overrides, they're not passing the debt exclusions, and there creates an issue of either, if you don't have the overrides, now you got to make cuts.
Right. So we have in Leominster, Ward 1, we have an open seat. Bob Tossi decided not to seek re-election after one term in office. You have Eladia Romero Rodriguez versus Lisa Contreras, so that's going to be a new councilor. That'll be a new person going on the city council.
I watched that debate. That was good.
Yeah, it was good. I think
debate.
all the debates were pretty good. Ward 2, you have Pauline Cormier running against a gentleman by the name of Divine Blackman. I don't know much about him. He did not show up at the debate, nor did he show up to do
that debate.
Nor did he show up to do the candidate spotlight. So
we got City Hall. I only got my results, but 268 and write-ins were 15. So that's, I don't know if that's one precinct or what, but you'll get them as they come in.
Yeah, we'll get them.
I'm getting spotty.
You're jumping the gun.
Well, no, people are out there. I got peeps. I got people, and they're out there. You know, they're showing their loyalty to me by sending me results to whichever ward and precinct this was. I'm not sure.
So then in Ward 5, you have another contested race that, I don't know if people can call that one. That may be a close one, too, between Sue Cole, former school committee member, and Terry Noseworthy.
And sometimes it's just a known name, somebody that's built relationships. Sue Cole has been on the school committee for a long time.
They both have name recognition. Carrie Noseworthy.
Carrie's been in the seat for a while. Honestly, these are the elections where you literally can spend all day on the phone calling people and saying, could you please come out and vote for me? The primary was a perfect example of, you didn't have to hold a sign, you didn't have to do anything. You had to get on the phone and get people out to the polls.
Yeah. And we have, again, we have 6 candidates for 4 seats on the city council, the 4 incumbents running councilor at large, and 2 challengers, Eric Mabey and Melissa Bible, who is the daughter of Wayne Nickel, who was on the Ward 2 city.
Were both of those on school committee?
Melissa Bible was.
Melissa Bible was?
Yeah, and her father was Wayne Nickel, Ward 2 city councilor. I served with Wayne. Wayne and I got on the city council the same year. So Melissa Bible looking to be the first child to follow in their parents' footsteps on the Leominster City Council.
Is that the first?
No, since Mary Jane Simmons was elected Ward 1 councilor back in 1987, following in the footsteps of her father, Wesley Wallace, who was the Ward 1 councilor back in the day.
That's incredible. You know what else I found incredible? Guys like Joe McMillan was city councilors here in Leominster for a long time, right?
He's a selectman somewhere else
Then
now,
he went somewhere else.
Yeah.
And our fire chief, Ryan Milatis, his grandfather was also a city councilor in Leominster. They went off to Bourne or somewhere in Sandwich and be him. I said, wait a minute, you did this once and you left and went and did it somewhere else? Yeah. And they were just that kind of people.
You get the bug.
They had different personalities than me.
Yeah. So, and it could be an historic night for the Leominster City Council, because we know in Ward 1 and in Ward 5, whoever wins is going to be a female. And assuming that Councilors Frieda and Shalafu Zephyr are reelected, we could have the first female majority city council in the history of Leominster.
Yes.
Wow.
After tonight. It could be a historic night for the city of Leominster. For Fitchburg, we have some contested city council races. I think most of the focus, though, has been on Ward 3.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll have I think Ward 3 will have the highest turnout. I think I think that election, the candidates are putting in by far the most work.
They are. They've put in the most work. You're going to have the highest turnout in that ward. I think we're expected, not including, just not including the early and mail-in votes will be counted separately in Fitchburg, unlike Leominster. So that'll be a little different tonight. But in Ward 1, just the numbers at the ballot box today, 375 voters.
Total? A and B?
1 and B, 375 voters. Yeah. In Ward 2, 487 people came out to vote. In Ward 3, 982 came out. Just in Ward 3, just at the polls. In Ward 4, 399.
Ooh, I was guessing 450. I was way off.
Yeah. In Ward 5, take a guess.
Ward 5 will be more than Ward 4. I bet there's 650.
Oh, close. 599. You went over.
I was 51 off on both.
You'd get the losing bell on The Price is Right.
Right.
and 395 in Ward in
6.
Ward 6. For early votes, you're looking at 305 votes in Ward 3 for a total of so
1,200.
Yeah, you're about 1,200 votes. So far, one precinct has come in Ward 3.
Ooh, we have results?
I'm jumping the gun a little bit. The numbers will catch up on the screen, but it does look
Is
like
there going to be that noise? Ding!
the ding. Well, yeah, but again, this is only one precinct. We still have, this is 3B, we still have 3A to come in, and we still have all the early and mail-in votes, which is another 300 votes. But in that race, it looks like Joe Bowen with 258 votes and Andrew Kuchar with 172 votes.
Wow, what is that?
So
Is that one of the precincts in the poll?
That's 3B.
All right. That's
3B.
in person today?
That's in person today. Joe Bowen, 258, Andrew Kuchar, 172. So a little bit of a significant lead there in one precinct, at least. I mean, especially this is the third time that these two have run against each other.
It is.
The first time they ran against each other was a very strange situation.
A three-way race.
It was a three-way race. They had the preliminary, and I believe Joe Bowen came in first, and then there was a tie between Lynn Butland and Andrew Kuchar for second.
That's exactly what happened.
And according to the Fitchburg City Charter, all three of them moved on to the general election. So no one got a majority, but Andrew Kuchar won with a plurality and a very close vote. And then 2 years ago in a rematch, Andrew Kuchar won by 51 votes over Joe Bowen. So this is the third race. So what do you make of those early results in 3?
I mean, I think it shows the work that was put in by the Bowen campaign, by far. I mean, it's not easy to beat an incumbent. Name recognition. It's all about
That's right.
name recognition.
Yes, it is.
You know, that's really the key. People, and especially with city councilors, a lot of people don't reach out to the city councilor very often. A lot of people don't watch the council races. So if they see a sign, they know that name, they vote for that name.
Yeah.
It looks like in Ward 4, I don't know which precinct this is. It looks like Ward 4, Precinct B, Mark Bedanza, 415, and Peter Daniel Haggis Jr. at 145.
Oh, that's a commanding.
So
that's a commanding
That's
lead.
a tough one to beat. On the city councilor side, Claire Frieder at 334, Eric Maybe at 240, Thomas Ottinger at 272, Melissa Bible at 151, Sue Shalafo at 313, and Brandon Robbins at 271.
So
put Claire Frieda
what
first?
precinct did you have in 4? What were the numbers?
4B.
4B, and what was the
Yes.
numbers?
For Mark Bedanza,
Yeah.
415, Peter Daniel Haggis, 145.
Okay, so the other precincts in Ward 4, Mark Bedanza, 397 to 184. And the third precinct is Mark Bedanza, 166, and Peter Haggis, 125. So
You have 3 precincts?
all precincts
three
reporting
precincts.
Mark Bedanza with a decisive win
Yep.
in Ward 4.
This
You
is
talked
Mark's first challenge.
first time
First challenge
he-
ever.
first time
he,
has-
he worked hard. He was out there. He went to every door. He followed up. He took it serious. And you're right. This is the first time he's had to run a campaign. So, you know, I think the thing is, as a candidate, is you never want to leave that one house, that one street, that one person.
Could be that one vote.
And it could be. And we've seen that happen. And I know my first election, I think I finished up around Our Lady of the Lake after going to every single house at least once at like 7:30 at night on the night before the election. And I'm like, one street isn't going to no, yes, it will. It could be just that one house. So I made sure I got to every single. Of course, it's dark out and banging on people's doors. They're like, what are you doing, you know? And so you don't know. So you either take campaigning for real, you either take the campaign for real. There's no such thing as I'll run a little campaign. If you have a challenger, there's no such thing as I'll just run a small campaign.
Well, the trick to success is you just got to work 10 times harder than everybody else.
Right,
That's
exactly.
it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, both of them. Both Peter Haggis and Mark Bedanza were out there walking.
Yeah.
all
Oh, yeah,
I saw,
both
I
of
saw a
They
lot
were
of pictures
both.
of Peter doing a lot of
Yeah, no,
walking.
they both
And
did.
Mark.
Yeah.
And I know,
Oh, yeah.
I know Mark was out there every day because I heard about it every morning.
Well, Mark has like 2,000 days walking straight.
He
so
does.
Yeah.
He
Well,
knows how to
that's
walk.
the morning walk, and then
Yeah.
and then he
No.
walked in
Then he
the
does the evening
afternoon.
walk.
No.
Every day in the afternoon.
But it's also important, and I always say this, everybody should have somebody running against them. They should. That's my feeling. It's good for democracy. It's good for the community. Does it take time away from trying to run the city and doing your things? Yeah, but this is what it's all about. And so I always say everybody should have a challenge, and no matter who it is. And so when you have a challenger like Peter Haggis, that's a good thing.
Okay.
And and it's a good thing for Mark, obviously.
So we do have some numbers coming in.
You
We're
do.
going to put these together. In the meantime,
Yes.
In the meantime, you talked about those voters out there, those campaign workers out there holding signs and working
Yes.
for candidates. We got a chance to get out in the field and
You
talk
did?
to
Really?
talk to a couple
We
today.
have video.
We have video, so we're gonna
We're big time here.
A couple minutes for a video on that on today out at the polls.
All right.
We can cut to that. And in the meantime, we'll be putting these numbers together.
For North Central News, I'm Michael Burns. Today's municipal election day in Fitchburg, and we went out to talk to candidates and voters to see what's going on and what their thoughts are.
My name is Jacqueline, and I'm here because I love that we finally have a contest in Ward 4. Competition is great for democracy.
I'm Louis Chamberlain. I'm on the ballot. Thanks to the residents of Ward 4, here I am, hoping to get a seat on the council and make some changes to the city of Fitchburg.
My name is Andy Van Housing. I'm running for re-election as Ward 4's city councilor.
What do you think that the city of Fitchburg residents are looking for today in terms of what they're voting for?
I think they're looking for really thoughtful, intelligent leadership, so to make sure we make some good decisions as a city, keep ourselves on sound financial footing, and we keep stimulating investment in our downtown.
I'm Anthony Zarella, and I am running for councilor at large.
And what do you think about this new polling location at this beautiful new Crocker Elementary?
I think it's great. I think it'll be both a great location in terms of access and parking, and also I love the fact that our voters are going to get a chance to see what their tax dollars have just paid for in terms of this great new facility for our students.
My name is Beth Walsh, and I'm on the ballot today. I'm running for re-election for councilor at large. Local elections are incredibly important. They affect people every single day of their lives.
I'm running for Ward 3 City Councilor. The weather's really great for voting. It's easy to get out here. Traffic's not bad. The flow of the voters seems to be pretty steady so far this morning.
My name's Leanne, and it's my civic duty in a democratic society to support my candidate of favor.
What brings you out here today in the freezing cold?
Amanda Lapomi, and I'm supporting my brother Brian for council at large.
Brian Lapomi, candidate for councilor at large. We got to dump the status quo. We got the shovels. We're ready to do the work.
City Councilor Andrew Kuchar. I'm standing out here for myself for Ward 3. It's always a fun time out here on Election Day. It's a good time. Everybody loves it.
It's important for the community to come together. It doesn't matter who and for what. It's basically, humanity to help one another out, and stay focused on what we need in the community for the unfortunate ones and the ones to keep carrying on.
Why is it important to vote? I think it's a civic duty of every citizen to come and vote.
Well, everybody talks these days about preserving democracy. Since we are a representative government, if we don't vote for the right people to represent us, we really don't have a democracy. So that's my reason.
It's your duty, It's like it's your choice. Don't complain about who's out there, and then they don't go out and let the bureaucrats keep going. You need new blood every once in a while to put the stock in the bleed and get things going.
Somebody who is really supporting Fitchburg streets and programs.
I think it's very important to come and vote because each vote counts. Doesn't matter where you're from. I'm from Puerto Rico. I think that if you don't vote, you're actually casting a vote that you don't have any say. So it's better to have a say.
I think we all should have a right to come out and vote for who we think will do a good job in our city.
Can't complain if you don't participate.
I'm Kevin Cormier, along with my co-host, Fitchburg Mayor Sam Squalia and Leominster Mayor Dean Mazzarella. And we are ready to make our first projection of the night on one of the most hotly contested races out there. So if we can go to our projection, FATV can now project in Fitchburg the Ward 3 City Council race in Fitchburg that people have been waiting for. FATV can project that Joe Bowen has been elected as the Ward 3 City Councilor.
Well, congratulations.
Defeating incumbent Andrew Kuchar. Third time is the charm for Joe Bowen.
Wow,
with a
58.7%.
a decisive victory for Joe Bowen. And just as just a little trivia here, the last time an incumbent city councilor in Fitchburg was defeated for re-election was 30 years ago this week in Ward 3 when Sue Keck defeated Emil Gogan in the Ward 3 City Council.
I remember this.
Yeah, so that was 30 years ago.
I saw Sue Keck's daughter out there
She was out
today
there
too.
Was she holding signs?
She was.
Oh, good for her. Amanda, right?
Yeah, Amanda.
Amanda Keck. So Joe Bowen, elected, a landslide victory.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Joe Bowen. Third time out is a charm, and Ward 3 is going with Bowen.
Going with Bowen.
Going with Bowen.
Yep,
So congratulations to him.
That's right on the sign.
It was an interesting debate, probably the liveliest of all the debates
That
that
debate
we
was really good.
hosted. It was, and that was probably the marquee matchup in Fitchburg this year was the Ward 3. And I think we're ready to project another projection, this time for Leominster. If we have that projection ready to go. Hold on, and FATV can now project in Leominster for Ward 4 City Councilor that Mark Bedanza has been re-elected as the Ward 4 City Councilor for the City of Leominster, defeating Peter Higas.
Wow, 68%.
Mark Bedanza with 68% of the vote. And just as we were projecting that, Mr. Bedanza called into us onto the cell phone. Are you there, Councilor?
I am, Kevin. How are you this evening?
I'm good. Congratulations.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
Counselor.
Thank you, mayors. I appreciate that.
And it was a hard-fought campaign. I know you were out there walking every day. You didn't take anything for granted in this campaign. It was your first contested race. You went on to the city council several terms ago without opposition. You haven't had any opposition since. So this was your first race. How did it feel to be out there walking door to door and actually having to run a campaign?
Well, it was obviously a completely different experience. Having run 6 consecutive terms without an opponent, and then all of a sudden having an opponent is a vastly different experience. My opponent ran a hard race. I mean, he walked. He did everything he could do. Knocked on doors, made telephone calls.
His wife's the state representative. That's got a political base.
I suppose it doesn't hurt.
No,
right?
exactly.
They know how to organize.
He called me. He just called me a few minutes ago and graciously conceded and congratulated me. And I said, I thanked him for the experience of having an opponent. And, I'm not sure that anybody should run for 7 or 8 terms without an opponent. In a vital democracy. So be it. I did as I worked hard, and it was very interesting. Pressing the flesh and meeting a lot of people out there, and learned a few things in the process.
And it was, and I had the honor of hosting that debate, and you two had some policy differences, but it never got personal, and I think that's a testament to both of you. It was a very gentlemanly run campaign on both of your parts. So congratulations. We have some more projections to make. I believe you need to go to bed early tonight, don't you? Aren't you off to Disney World tomorrow morning?
I'm
going to work tomorrow.
He's off to Disney World on a 7 a.m. flight. I'm going to miss my early morning phone call on his walk. But
thank you, Kevin.
Congratulations, Councilor. We miss you here at the election desk, but we'll see you back here next year.
All right, sounds good.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
Kevin, I just want to explain to your audience. They saw me look at my phone. I was just trying to pull up results. That's all. I wasn't like ordering stuff on like
you weren't doing
Amazon.
us?
I wasn't. Yeah, I wasn't playing.
He's got all his birdies.
If you want to order some DoorDash, you're more than welcome to.
I was taking in info.
All right. I believe we have another projection to make as we move forward. And in Fitchburg now, we just did Leominster Ward 4 in Fitchburg. We are going to do Ward 4 City Council. in the city of Fitchburg, and FATV can project that Andy Van Hazinga has decisively won re-election against his challenger, Lou Chamberlain.
Congratulations.
Andy Van Hazinga, another one, I believe this is
70%.
70% of the vote.
That's the biggest one so far.
And I believe this is his first contested race.
This is
isn't
his
it?
first contested race.
Must be something about Ward 4s, right? It's Ward 4, Leominster,
Well,
Ward 4,
Ward 1 in
Fitchburg.
Fitchburg has never had a contested race with the current councilor.
They haven't. They
Who's
haven't.
the current council?
Bernie Schultz.
Oh, yeah,
Bernie
okay.
Schultz.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, congratulations to
Congratulations, Councillor
to
Van Hazinga.
Van Hazinga, a decisive victory. Look at that, 70% of
Wow,
the vote.
that's big.
For those of you who are just joining us, we have also projected in Ward 3 that Joe Bowen has defeated incumbent Councillor Andrew Kuchar, and will take that Ward 3 seat.
First time in 30 years.
Yeah, we are still waiting for results from Ward 2. We don't have any results in from Ward 2 yet. Again,
Anything in Gardner at all? Is anybody out there watching Gardner races?
I don't have
You don't have
a
any
Gardner.
people
I know
up
there's
there?
2 state reps that are watching it, but
Yeah,
the preliminary, Mike Nicholson won pretty handily in the preliminary.
And if we look at the Fitchburg at-large, we can see on the screen for the top 5, Anthony Zarella looks like right now with about 55% of the vote reporting. Anthony
look, it's
Zarella
very close with Sally
and
Cragen.
Sally Cragen, only 3 votes separating them.
Wow.
Sally Cragen,
Amazing.
the top vote getter 2 years ago,
Yep.
followed by Amy Green and Elizabeth Walsh. Beth Walsh at number 4, and former City Councilor Kevin Starr, who served as the Ward 4 City Councilor, first taking office 18 years ago, served a few terms, and took some time off.
How many of those? How's that work in
5.
Fitchburg? 5.
5. Top 5.
Five at large.
Okay.
Yeah. So
We got
right
11
now,
on our
it
council.
looks
I
like
know.
it is the 4 incumbents and the former councilor, Kevin Starr, right now in the lead, but it is still early. We have 55% of the vote in. Annie Louise Belmer, first-time candidate, pulling in a respectable vote. Coming in number 6, Brian Lapome. Number 7, Robert Talbot, 8, and Chris Patinzi coming in the 9th spot. But again, 55% of the results in. We have more to go.
Yeah, I mean, with
that.
55%, you're probably not going to change it too much, but you
And
never
we
know.
have a race to call in Leominster if we can go to a projection for Leominster. The open seat being vacated by Robert Tossi in Ward 1. FATV now projects that the Ward 1 City Council seat will go to Eladia Romero Rodriguez, who comes in with 55% of the vote. Congratulations, Eladia Romero Rodriguez, winning the Ward 1 seat in Leominster.
54%, that's decisive.
Congratulations, Eladia.
It is decisive against Lisa Contreras, first-time candidate. This is Eladia's second time out. She had run for the open seat 2 years ago when Bill Brady stepped back, and,
And
she
she
ran
was
against
close.
Bob Tossi.
It
I
was
believe
only
11
10
votes.
left,
I believe it was 11
Very
votes.
close, yep.
Very close. So she came back. She built, she built herself a base 2 years ago. Came back this year. Ran a hard-fought race again and
During that
won it.
debate, Kevin, Eladia just knew everything that she was talking about. She was on it, whether you agree or not. She knew all the details and had ideas for things. I mean, a very, very well spoken.
It was a good debate. I think both of them did very well. I mean, Lisa Contreras, being a first-time candidate, was a little nervous in the debate, and she would be the first to admit it. But her answers were very solid. She had a good grasp of the issues, and
I mean, it was a good debate
again,
back
it
and
was
forth.
it was a good debate. All the debates were very good. So congratulations.
The incumbent mayor wins out in Taunton.
Oh,
yeah,
you got
Taunton
that.
won. Shauna O'Connell.
Yeah, she won. That was wow.
How close?
I've been watching.
Was it close?
No, I don't know. I just, like I said, everybody's just sending me things. Whether
You got Somerville?
And not yet. I don't want to keep looking at my phone. People think I'm not paying attention.
That's okay. You can look at your phone because we're going to another projection right now.
They think I'm ordering stuff on
So we got
Amazon.
Ward five?
or
Okay,
something.
no,
I'm
we're
not.
going to do Ward 2 in Fitchburg. We are ready to make a projection.
You are right now?
We
that's
are
Paul
making that
Boschman.
right now, so you can check the results, Mayor. And FATV can now project that Fitchburg Ward 2 City Councilor is that incumbent City Councilor Paul Boschman has been reelected.
Councilor Boschman. He's
my best.
He's my
He's my
favorite.
He's my favorite.
He's my favorite.
I love when he calls me and asks me questions about things.
60,
He's my favorite.
63% of the vote.
Another decisive.
Don't mess with him out
Nothing,
there.
Nothing's been close so far, Kevin.
I think he's related to half the ward, isn't he? Paul Boishman is.
It might
He's
be
a
the
good
case.
guy. I go for my morning walk every morning now, my pre-dawn walk every morning.
Pre-dawn?
Pre-dawn. I'm out there 4:30 in the morning every morning doing my 5-mile walk.
That's what Paul Boishman does.
Paul Boishman, and he told me, he goes a little later. So I said, you should go earlier. There's no people, you get the walk in. So he goes walking every morning with Jeff Bean.
Oh,
The two
yeah,
of them
I heard
go walking.
about
So
that. I hear about the walk.
I've-
Former Mayor Jeff
I need a
Bean.
microphone. I need to have that bugged. I need a
You don't want to
microphone
hear what they
on that
talk about.
conversation.
Yeah, so I run into them a couple times, and they're walking buddies. They're keeping in shape. They're doing well.
Listen, I have a bone of contention.
Yes.
People vote. A lady today, it actually happened a couple times today, and usually when people are running opposed, some people have this tradition of just leaving the ballot empty. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, why'd you do that?
How have we done against blank, Kevin?
Some people just go right by it.
I'll tell you what we'll do against blank, but first, let's make another projection.
Another one.
Ooh. Another projection. This one, we're going to go back to Leominster. We just projected Ward 2 in Fitchburg. Now we can make a Ward 2 projection in Leominster. I think much of a surprise here.
Yeah.
Incumbent City Councilor Pauline Cormier.
Here we go.
No relation to me, has been reelected as Ward 2 City Councilor with 78% of the vote.
Is that the biggest one so far?
She is definitely related to most of the people in that ward, I can tell you that.
Oh, the
All right,
Cormiers.
I got the break it. Kevin, I got people. I just want to
got
let you
people.
know. I got people.
You got people.
You want Gardner?
Yeah, let's get
What do
Gardner.
we got, Gardner?
This is Katie from the Nicholson campaign in Gardner. Mayor Mike won tonight for his 4th term. The results were Nicholson 2,407, Blake 1,379.
Wow.
And,
So
and that's-
a pretty
that's-
decisive victory for
that's-
Mayor Nicholson.
That's huge.
Yeah, he's got to
In-
be sleeping good tonight.
Yeah, he'll be sleeping good
'Cause you
tonight.
don't know.
That was
It-
a rematch
It was
from
a rematch,
2 years ago
and
as
at
well.
some
Yep.
points, these things get nasty, and well, anyway.
Yeah. So on the phone we have Councilor-elect Eladia Romero Rodriguez.
Eladia.
Hey, Eladia.
Councilor-elect.
Hello.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
We are so excited here. My watch party. Hold on, they're all gonna send a shout out. Everybody send a shout out.
I heard you from your house.
You hear that?
I heard you from North Leominster.
Very good. A little
We're
bit.
in North Leominster.
Yeah, a little bit. You got a little bit of breathing room this election. Last election was, I think it was 11 votes.
10 votes, yeah, those big 10 votes. Yes,
Those
we
big-
got a mail-in one. So yes, it's 10. we didn't take anything for granted. Knocked on doors, talked to voters, listened to voters. We pledged to be advocates on their behalf, and people came out. They came out strong. So we're excited here, making history here in Leominster. So it's fantastic. We're celebrating and we're having a great time.
Yeah. Congratulations. I believe, and I could be wrong here, but I believe that you have made history as the first Hispanic ever to be elected to the Leominster City Council.
Fernandez was a
I had that. I believe
Hispanic.
Fernandez was Portuguese, though, wasn't he?
he claimed to
So
be
I actually
Spanish.
had the Leominster Historical Society look into it, and they were able to look back and confirm that yes, I am the first Latina, the first Hispanic elected to City Council in Leominster.
Congratulations. I believe
Yay.
Fernandez and Mulattoes, I believe, were Portuguese, which is Western Europe. so.
Fernandez claimed he was Spanish.
Oh,
So
okay.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you.
You're not going to argue with the Leominster
I don't know.
Historical
I'm
Society.
I'm not the political historian. Trust me.
I don't think he can claim to be a Latina. No. So we can say that decisively.
Exactly, very true. Yes. So yes, Dean. So I am the first Latina.
Yes, yes, you are.
right.
No doubt about it.
Right, very much, and so definitely looking forward to working with you.
Excellent.
So obviously, yes, to move the city forward. So this is an exciting night. I thank everyone who came out and supported, and yes, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Get to work now.
Right.
Get to work now.
Yeah. All right. Good night, everybody.
Good night. Bye-bye.
We're trying to find out about other results. You said Somerville and other. Anything in Leominster on the at large? I mean, Claire Frieder
Claire Frieda was
looks
ahead of
like
she was way ahead.
Okay.
She's always the top
Let's,
vote getter.
before we go to
Yes.
at-large, we have another race to call in Leominster. Here's your close one that you were looking
Ooh,
for.
Ward 5 is close.
But Ward 5 is close. But at this time, FATV is able to project that incumbent councilor Carrie Noseworthy will take the seat on her own merit as the new ward,
Elected to the
as
seat.
an elected to the seat of
I mean,
Ward
that's
5
close,
City
but
Councilor.
it's not that close.
Well, 70 votes.
Yeah?
I mean, probably the closest one we've seen tonight.
That's the closest.
No, definitely a close one. And I'll tell you, Sue Kohler and her, she had 6 or 7 sign holders, were still there tonight at 7:59 when I checked with my last
Till the last second.
person holding that sign. And
Shivering.
he said they were still there. And I said, they're still there? And he goes, yeah. So they weren't leaving until the polls closed at 8 o'clock. So
Well, that's
hard
great.
work on both behalves.
So, yes, congratulations to Carrie Noseworthy. And we can look, you asked
here
for
we
the
go.
at-large numbers.
Yes.
Here we go.
Let's see what
First,
they
top
are.
vote getter, Claire Frieda.
Yep.
And coming in second, Susan Chalafu Zephyr. This is with 100% of the votes in. Coming in third, Brandon Robbins. Fourth is Frank Ottinger. Fifth is Eric Mabey. And sixth is Melissa Bible. So the 4 incumbents win in Leominster.
Are those final? Are
Those are
final?
100% of the vote
100%
in. It looks like the 4 incumbents re-elected to the city council in Leominster, and now we can say that Leominster, this is a historic election. For the first time in Leominster history, Leominster will have a female majority city council.
Yeah, see that? We're breaking all kinds of barriers.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
5 females.
Right, and we have 9 city
We're
councilors.
taking over, Dean. I'm sorry to tell you.
You're in charge, so you can't blame
So it's
anybody
all
else
our
after
fault.
that.
It's all our
and you know
fault,
what? To
though.
all candidates, I mean, the hard part is not to forget the things that you say you're going to do. And everybody says transparent. They're the typical things: transparency. We're going to do this. It's the work that you got to do. It's the answering the calls. It's the follow up. I have great staff. They're just and people say, you've done 32 years. Well, why do you hang in there? Not all my years were good and friendly, and they weren't all. I didn't have all department heads that wanted to work with me. And today, it's a different story. It is and I'm not saying. Trust me, I talked to enough mayors across the country. This is the best team. They are. Any situation. Oh yeah, I'm in. Yeah, but that's not even related to your department. Yeah, I know, but I want to be part of this. That is the best part of the dynamics of what's happening in the city of Leominster right now is that you've got great people moving in the same direction, pushing in the same direction.
That's the key.
So the makeup of that city council is going to be a little different, though, right? Bob Tossi, Peter Angelini, those were two counselors that really shared your philosophy, shared your vision, considered to be allies. The 2 counselors that are coming on, Carrie Noseworthy, Eladia Romero Rodriguez, may change the dynamic of that city council. Certainly, probably the presidency of the city council is going to change with one faction.
Because you've got a term limits on there, don't you?
We do have term limits, but you know, it goes by factions, and I mean it could be a little different. What do you envision the next 2 years to be with the relationship with the city council? Is it going to be more challenging? Is it going to be?
No, I don't think so, because if you're working for the people, you do what's in the best interest of people. I mean, that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, people are over here and they say this and they say that, but at the end of the day, they come together for the common benefit of the public. But remember, in the charter that we have in Fitchburg and Leominster, the mayor basically runs the city like a city manager would in Worcester or in Lowell or other cities. And so it isn't going to change the management of the city. It could change, it could change things during the budget, and they could certainly pass ordinances, but that isn't really going to change the charter, and that isn't going to change how you operate the city. That isn't going to change the tone of how you operate the city. I mean, that's more the dynamics of the city council and who they put on a subcommittee or whatever. But, I think at this particular point, people see how the city's being run, and they want it to be run. You notice there wasn't much negative talk about how the city's being run in any of the campaigns. That wasn't an issue at all. The issue wasn't how much free cash we have or how much we have in stabilization or our bond rating. None of that was an issue at all. None of it came up during debates, as I remember. So I don't think
We
much.
had a little bit of that in Fitchburg.
We did a little bit of that.
man.
Yeah.
So we look at the Fitchburg
so-
School Committee, just take a quick
Fitchburg
look
School
at the Fitchburg
Committee.
School Committee. It looks like the three, no, we're going to have, it looks like Rosemary Reynolds has been, will not be reelected to the school committee. It looks like the three with 100% of the votes in, Robert Campbell, newcomer, taking one of the seats, and two incumbents, Peter Stevens and Dr. Maria Knight, rounding off the top three. So Peter Stevens, Robert Campbell,
Robert
and
Campbell,
Maritza Knight.
well-known name. He serves on the Monty Tech School Committee.
Very close, very respectable showings, though, from newcomers, DJ Tardif and Erin Dayhoff. They both ran great campaigns, had great debate
I
performances.
mean, nobody worked harder than DJ Tardif.
No one
for
worked-
city
no.
council or for school committee.
Yeah.
And you know what? Thank these people for putting themselves out there. Because, you know, Kevin, it's a different world when we were in the world together where you had the newspapers. Everybody read the Sentinel.
Yeah.
Or the Telegram, or both. You had radio
Right.
stations. You'd have somebody from WLMS, PKZ in the office every day, on the phone with every one of us, every day. Newspaper, 7 days a week, editorials. Editorial board at the Sentinel, first time I went in, it was amazing. Last time I went in, there were two people there. One of them included the camera guy. There's nobody there anymore.
They're over in Lowell.
So to that extent, social media has pretty much taken over, and social media can be pretty nasty. And the fact that
I don't know
these
anything
people
about that.
put themselves out there and say, you know what, I don't care. I'm putting myself out there for a better Fitchburg or a better Leominster. That in and of itself is a good thing, because we don't want to scare people away from running for public office. And that's very key, right? I mean, everybody can have their opinion, but when it gets nasty, that's where the public has to, us as neighbors and community members have to say, hey, wait a minute, you can talk issue, but once it starts to get nasty, that's where the cutoff point is.
Hard putting yourself out there.
It is very
Especially
hard.
with the nastiness.
So just to recap, I believe we have 100% of the vote totals in from both cities now. So
any school committee? I don't think there was.
You got so the Leominster School Committee was
Leominster-
just going up.
Leominster School Committee, I believe, there was
Looked
only one race in
looked like the
Leominster for
incumbent
School
won.
Committee. It looks like the incumbent
In Ward 1.
won that one.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
And then in Leominster, just to recap, in Ward 1, Eladia Romero Rodriguez elected as the Ward 1 City Councilor in Leominster, who will replace Bob Tossi, who decided not to seek re-election. In Ward 2, Pauline Cormier easily winning re-election with 78% of the vote. In Ward 4, Mark Bedanza decisively winning re-election over Peter Hygas, former school committee member, with 68% of the vote. And in Ward 5, Carrie Noseworthy being elected in her own right as Ward 5 councilor over former school committee member Sue Kohler, 53 to 46% of the vote.
The closest, right?
That is
Yeah,
the
that's
closest.
70. That'll probably be another visit in another 2 years. You
It
can
could
see
be.
it when it comes that close. But Sue Kohler was on the school committee and always did well.
28 years she was on the school
Always
committee.
did very well. One of the top vote getters all of the time at the school committee. And she worked very hard this time and didn't decide to jump into the race until till the end. So it is historic. We have Latinos came here in Leominster, and you were talking the 50s, but never could get anybody to run for office, and for whatever reason. And so here we are in 2025, and Eladia comes in and wins the race, and that's because you want everyone to feel like City Hall belongs to them, whoever they are, and whatever language they speak.
Having a more representative
Sure, it's like,
council of the people
I know
is-
somebody in
is
City Hall I
such a
can
goal.
go talk to, and they can bring them around to the. And it used to happen to me with all the old Italian ladies used to come in and want me to help them, with a water bill.
And rounding out Leominster, the 4 at-large candidates re-elected. So there'll be 2 new members of the City Council. Actually, no, one,
and I think you're going to see Eric.
One new member of the city council.
And you'll see Eric come back. This is his first time out. I don't know if you could put the results of the city council at large, but I think you'll see Eric come back again. And
Eric wasn't far behind.
No, with
200 votes?
1,958 votes, he had 12.6% of the vote, which he had come in. He had come in. He had come in 5th place. And then, he was right up there.
And let me tell you, he worked hard. I mean, hard. He had more signs out than anyone.
I saw his signs.
Big signs. He would bang on doors. And in this particular race, it could have been just a name recognition. And can I just tell you something else?
You got Somerville?
No, I don't, but I have Everett. Now, I don't know if you've been watching Everett.
What happened in Everett?
Carlo's out.
No way!
Yes. So
wow.
Carlo was 18, 16 years.
Wow.
But he was involved in a couple of controversies out there that really hurt him. And I think the
longevity
first one,
payment.
Yeah, the longevity payment hurt him. And that was where he put in for some longevity pay, because longevity means you've been there a long time, I guess. I don't get longevity pay. But there was some issue about that, Kevin. And then there were a couple other issues that he had in the past election that he actually had a lot of it he went to court and won on. But in this particular case, the city council that was out there, and I think he got ahead of Carlo DiMera. I think he got ahead of him on the social media part. And I don't know if it's ever coming back, but they both, I can't even imagine. He put, the mayor of Everett put in, I think, his own money, because he had won a big lawsuit from the newspaper there, of his own money that he won in the lawsuit of $500,000 into the campaign. So that's big. I mean, so you've got some turnovers here in Somerville. Remember, the mayor didn't make it through the primary.
Yeah.
In Somerville, right?
But not so much in the Twin Cities here. Both mayors running uncontested. Congratulations.
How'd we do against Blank?
How'd you do against Blank?
How'd we do against Blank?
I can tell you, and there was a little bit of, I know the president of your fan club was out there drumming up support for a write-in campaign against you.
Still big mad about losing that last
but
election.
Samantha Squalia reelected as mayor of the city of Fitchburg with 85.7% of the vote. Congratulations.
85%.
Just squeaked in.
Yeah, just squeaked in.
What about Dean? What did he get?
For some reason, Leominster did not report on those on the write-in. So
if I won by one,
I'd love to beat Dean.
I always say if I won by one, I'm a happy guy. But let me tell you,
close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
Exactly.
You're in.
And you know what? The reality is that the honor of being able to serve one city. And you never know when this all ends. You don't know if you make it a one term or two or three or what happens. And I consistently say I campaign by doing the job, and I came in with no hooks and I'm leaving with none. And so every day is something different, and it's our biggest enjoyment. And that's what I say. Our outreach team started with a couple civilians and some sworn police officers. That thing has grown. I bet you there's 30 people as part of the outreach team now. And that is them sort of doing what we implemented a new policy for at-risk or high-risk Alzheimer's patients, dementia, autism. Dispatcher gets the call, immediately hits the button, and we're talking close to 100 people are activated.
Great idea.
With drones and everything else. That's the power of team. And whoever is the mayor in any city or the county, everyone's got to get to that point where they're working together for the common cause. And the things that will happen are you just stand back and are in total awe. And people say, why do you continue to run? I said, because I see this team working, and it's just so wonderful to be part of that team.
And I think we'll see that.
Takes a while to get there.
And I think we'll see that teamwork continue. I think we've seen it with some of the local restaurants with the disruption and SNAP benefits. Soul Kitchen, I believe, packed up 300 meals today alone.
Oh, they're just
Popper's
amazing
Pantry
people.
did a couple hundred.
Yeah.
And this is what you want. It's community.
Speaking of the downtown restaurants, did you take the Flamingo Express here to FATV studios tonight?
I drove the Flamingo Express. We drove the Flamingo Express.
You did.
But I'll tell you, I had a test the other day because somebody missed the bus, and so we had to drive him back to State Street. And I wasn't sure I had enough battery to make it, but we made it. I thought, oh, we might be pushing this.
It's an electric cart?
It's electric.
Nate,
Oh, that's
give
cool.
her, Nate,
Boogie
give her my
woogie
number. So, yeah, Claire Fried is trying to call.
Oh, all right, all right.
But she's calling the studio number. So Nate, if you could just give her my number, and we'll get her on. So as we're waiting for that call to come in from the top vote getter, Claire Fried, the longest. Dean's been around 32 years as mayor of Leominster, but I think she's still she's still holding the record.
She was on
right,
the school committee
longer than you
before I was.
Wow.
Right?
She's the longest serving elected official in Leominster.
Mayor Petty, Joe Petty won again in Worcester.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. I can't see anything in Somerville just yet. There is no results in Somerville yet. So it must be either close.
And for those just joining us, just tuning in, just recapping real quick, in the city of Fitchburg, in the contested races, Ward 2, City Councilor Paul Boschman, re-elected. In Ward 3, Joe Bowen becomes the first candidate to unseat an incumbent city councilor in Fitchburg in 30 years.
Yeah.
And Joe Bowen elected Ward 3 city councilor. In Ward 4, Andy Van Hazinga easily winning re-election. And
congratulations to all of them.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
And at large in Fitchburg, the 4 incumbents, Anthony Zarella, Amy Green, Sally Cragen,
Elizabeth Walsh.
Help me, Beth Walsh, will be joined by former city councilor Kevin Starr.
My former Ward 4 councilor.
Yes. And in the school committee, it'll be Peter Stevens and Maritza Knight, joined by newcomer Robert Campbell on the school committee.
We get a call coming in?
She's texting me.
No other results.
So, and in...
Nothing yet on Brockton.
Brockton's going to have a new mayor.
And where was I? In Leominster, we have Ward 1, Eladia Romero Rodriguez is the new Ward 1 city councilor, Pauline Cormier in Ward 2 being re-elected. In Ward 4, Mark Bedanza re-elected. And in Ward 5, Carrie Noseworthy, not re-elected, but elected in her own right. She had taken over for Peter Angelini of the untimely passing of Peter Angelini. And now she has been elected, defeating Sue Kohler. In the councilor at large race, City Councilor Claire Fried, the longest serving elected official in the city of Leominster, is top vote getter, and she joins us on the phone right now. Councilor Fried.
Hey Kevin, how are you?
I'm doing well. How are you? Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. It's really, I know the mayor has said it, and it really does matter when you work hard every day, and sometimes, people are watching, sometimes you don't, but you do it anyway. And it's nice when you get to elections and people realize what you've done, and they come out and they support you. And I really am so thankful for the public and the people that have come out and have supported me in all these years. To the end of this term, it will be 40 years as an elected official in the city of Leominster.
That's incredible. Incredible accomplishment, incredible public service. It's not an easy job. Many times it's a thankless job, and you've hung in there through the good, the bad, and I know I served with you. We went through the bad, the economic.
We went through the bad, and I bring that up a lot to what happened when we were on and where we are now. And, we were broke. We had no money. And this administration, with the cooperation of the council over the years, has just turned Leominster around, and we all should be thankful for that.
Great. Well, congratulations to you, Councilor. And we'll do it all over again in 2 years.
Easy for you to say.
Like a plan.
Easy for you to say, Kevin.
As long as Dean does, I will.
All right, congratulations to Dean and Sam as well.
Very good.
Thank you, Councilor.
Okay. Bye-bye.
So the Mayor Everett lost by 600 votes.
Ooh, that
Yeah.
sounds close.
Yeah.
How many? What was the total?
I don't have that.
600 sounds
Jake
close for
Wilson is the
Everett.
new mayor of Somerville,
Jake
Massachusetts.
Wilson won.
Yeah, Jake
Oh,
Wilson
congratulations.
won. And the mayor of Framingham, who was somebody that I think it was a state rep, and he just saw what was going on. They converted to a city maybe just 6 years ago.
He's only the second mayor.
Right. And so he came out of nowhere and said, I can't watch this. So he ran and he won. And
It's
he
funny,
had
I was
somebody challenge
driving
him.
through Framingham a couple weeks ago. I had a house showing down there that I had to go to, and I'm seeing all the political signs in Framingham. And there was this one candidate who was running, and talk about an unfortunate name to be campaigning on. Jeff Epstein.
That's the person that ran for mayor.
That wasn't Jeff Epstein.
I was following him on Facebook. He was getting rolled every
But
one of
he had name recognition. He had name recognition. Everybody remembered his name.
Name recognition.
The poor guy.
Oh, that's tough.
Epstein.
Jeff Epstein running for public. That's
bad year.
But I mean, can you remember that old Seinfeld episode when Elaine was dating someone who was named the same name as a serial killer, and they announced it at the baseball park? I mean, could that happen to all? There's probably not that many Sam Squalias out there.
There's only one Sam Squalia, Kevin.
There's only one Sam, but I know there's a lot of Kevin
and the
Cormiers.
blanks are going, thank God.
Yeah. There's a lot of Cormiers.
There's a lot of Kevin Cormiers. Yeah, what if one of them turns out to be a serial killer?
That I
get tied
Kevin
with
Cormier,
that.
step up, please. Would you please stand up? Either way, there's no matter where you are in the country right now, you know, there are many challenges. We talk about them every day, whether it's health insurance, whatever, and there are many challenges ahead. So people that are getting reelected or elected for the first time, there are a lot of tough decisions that are going to have to be made in the next 2 years. And
if health insurance keeps going the way it is.
Health insurance is just for
18% across the board. Mine went up $70 a month. I just had the open enrollment last week.
And that's not
18%,
bad.
another 18%. We're looking, I mean.
And $70 isn't bad at all.
There was one community that had to go 40%.
Yeah, that's crazy.
40 for municipal. I'm talking municipal.
Yeah, but I pay 100% of mine.
Well, the city pays more. The city pays a good portion.
So with that, it's the top of the hour.
That's
we have
it.
100% of the election results
We
in
gave
from
you
both
results
cities.
from around the state.
Around,
Yeah,
we got it all.
Thanks
We
to
have it
Dean
all
and his
here.
birdies.
Congratulations to Mayor Squalia, Mayor Mazzarella, and Mayor Nicholson and Gardner. Extend our congratulations to him as well. Congratulations to all the winners out there, and by winners I mean every candidate who put their name on the ballot. Whether you will be taking office or not, consider yourself a winner for stepping up in this day and age, especially with the social media out there and you know, the criticism and the attacks, to put your name on a ballot, run for public office, offer yourself a public service. Everyone who put their name on the ballot is a winner.
We appreciate you.
We sure do. And don't forget, November 11th is Veterans Day, and each community has some way to thank the veterans. And so we thank all the veterans that are here who watched tonight or put themselves up. Guys like Frank Ottinger and other veterans.
Carrie Noseworthy.
Carrie was a veteran. And, you know, we just had passing of Dennis Rosa, and he was big time and helpful and supportive of the veterans as well as the seniors and everyone else. So we can't forget them. This is all insignificant without them. So November 11th, show up to thank your veterans in whatever community you might be watching from.
Thank you both. Thank you, Fitchburg Mayor Sam Squalia, Leominster Mayor Dean Mazzarella, and especially our crew behind the scenes in the control room.
What a crew.
Thank you,
Nice job. You guys are amazing.
And out there at the polling locations, getting us these results in quickly.
So quick.
Not like the old days, Dean.
No.
Not like the old days.
Some
We had to go
nights
down
would be
You
there.
had to wait.
We had to wait for the police officers to deliver
With
the paper
bags,
ballot.
The bags.
Yeah,
The
to City
bags.
Hall, and then they would all go in the back room at City Council chambers
yeah.
and run the ballots through the
course,
machines,
it's in the
and then
back
the
room.
city
They would
clerk
always
would
have
come
a mess
out,
up. There was always be a
and they'd write it on the chalkboard.
Oh, the chalkboard.
Yeah,
11,
it was I
12.
forget his name, but he was hard of hearing, and he'd be in charge of listening and then writing it on the chalk.
11, 12, 1 in the morning we used to stay.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
it was just
The
painful.
good old days.
Not tonight.
Just to explain how to do it is everything's electronic, so they hit a button at the end of and it prints out. It looks like a CVS kind of receipt, and they go immediately outside and post it. Now that's the unofficial, but then later they do the whole ballot count and everything like that.
They check the provisional ballots.
Right, and that's so at least here we are 9 o'clock. The whole thing's wrapped up.
9 o'clock. Let's go out to eat. All right. Thank you all for joining us. That's going to wrap it up
Thank
here.
you.
And have a good night, everyone.
Good night.